Welcome to Voice Daily Finance, the most important news personalized for you every day. Supported by Voice.com.
In today's episode, you'll learn about, first, what to watch at the bell. Nasdaq futures plunge on a shocking Fed reversal, triggering a pre-market tech rout. Watch for a battle at the open as high-valuation stocks face a critical test. Is a brutal correction brewing? Second, Washington versus reality. Job growth plummets a staggering 67% as stagflation alarm bells ring. The administration claims an A-plus economy, but the data signals a historic slowdown. Is this the turning point where markets finally call the bluff? Finally, Google's App Store power play. New innovation toll road fees trigger a developer revolt and a high-stakes legal war. Google is daring regulators with a strategy that already failed for Apple. Will this all-in gamble backfire and spark a crisis for its multi-billion-dollar empire? Good morning, investors. We're heading into an intriguing market open today as the Federal Reserve's recent announcement has set the stage for potentially significant shifts in trading dynamics. Futures are pointing to a mixed open, with the Nasdaq futures trailing behind at a 0.8% decline. This development reflects the market's recalibration to the Fed's unexpected pause in rate cuts. This is significant because it challenges the market's prior assumptions of continued easing, impacting sectors unevenly as we approach the bell. In the overnight session, we saw Asian markets rally, particularly in tech-heavy regions, while European markets closed with mixed results, hinting at the global response to the Fed's hawkish pivot. As we gear up for the US Open, this divergence will be a key narrative to watch, especially given the S&P 500's year-to-date gains of 16.2%, which may now face headwinds from shifting monetary policy expectations. Let's dive deeper into the overnight catalyst. The Federal Reserve's decision to pause rate cuts, as stated by Cleveland Fed President Beth Hammack. Her comments on December 22nd have reframed the market narrative, suggesting that the Fed is willing to hold rates steady until inflation approaches the 2% target or employment weakens more significantly. This sets up a higher for longer interest rate environment, which is a stark contrast to the market's anticipation of further easing in early 2026. Three layers of impact are unfolding as we head into today's open. 1, asterisk, policy layer, asterisk. The Fed's new stance is a pivotal shift from its previous trajectory. Historical comparisons show that similar pauses have often led to sector rotations, particularly away from high-valuation growth stocks. With the latest CPI data showing inflation at 2.7% above the Fed's target, there's a clear signal that monetary policy will remain tight. Today, keep an eye on any further Fed commentary that could provide additional context. 2, asterisk, capital flow layer, asterisk. The immediate reaction in futures markets indicates a movement of capital away from growth, heavy indices like the Nasdaq towards more value-oriented sectors, as evidenced by the Dow's relative strength. This shift is supported by elevated trading activity seen during recent options expiration, signaling a potential repositioning by institutional investors. 3, asterisk, valuation layer, asterisk. Certain sectors are poised for repricing, with the 10-year Treasury yield stabilizing around 4.12 to 4.16%. Growth stocks, particularly in technology, face valuation headwinds. Historical data suggests that when yields exceed 4.2% forward P, E ratios for growth stocks tend to contract significantly. Investors should consider this as they evaluate their tech holdings. Strategically, as we approach the open, consider opportunities to reduce exposure to high valuation tech stocks and explore value sectors like financials, where the higher rate environment can boost net interest margins. Financial sector ETFs like XLF, which track major banks, could be attractive as financials typically benefit in such scenarios. In pre-market movements, Carnival Corporation, CCL, is a standout, surging 9.8% after beating earnings expectations and reinstating its dividend, signaling strength in consumer discretionary spending. Meanwhile, NVDA, is up over 3% thanks to potential easing of export restrictions on AI chips, highlighting continued interest in AI infrastructure plays. Conversely, Nike, NKE, has plunged 11% following disappointing revenue from China and tariff concerns impacting margins. Sector-wise, Watch the technology sector ETF XLK for potential volatility as tech stocks face pressure from the Fed's hawkish stance. Energy, represented by XLE, is also under scrutiny due to fluctuating oil prices and global demand concerns. Sound investment decisions are built on clear analysis and risk awareness. Here's what to consider heading into the open. Asterisk, asterisk, at the open, asterisk, asterisk. If the S&P 500 shows weakness, consider exploring defensive sectors like utilities, tracked by XLU, which often provide stability during uncertainty. Asterisk, asterisk. Short term, 1 to 2 weeks. Asterisk, asterisk. Assuming the Fed maintains its hawkish tone, look to reduce exposure to high valuation tech and explore opportunities in the financial sector ETF, XLF, which could benefit from stable or rising interest rates. Asterisk, asterisk, medium term, 1 to 3 months. Asterisk, asterisk. Watch for cyclical opportunities in industrials and consumer discretionary sectors as signs of consumer resilience, highlighted by stocks like Carnival, could point to sustained spending strength. Asterisk, asterisk, defensive. Risk watch, asterisk, asterisk. If the Nasdaq 100 ETF, QQQ, breaks below its recent support level, it may signal further weakness in tech, warranting a cautious approach. Today's calendar is light on economic data, but keep an eye on Fed speakers scheduled for later in the session, as their comments could further influence market sentiment. With the holiday-shortened trading week, liquidity constraints might lead to heightened volatility, making it crucial to stay vigilant and nimble. Let's dig into today's most important developments and how they could impact your portfolio strategies. Heading into today's open, a stark disconnect is brewing between Washington's economic narrative and the hard data investors are watching. President Trump recently graded his own economic performance a plus, but ahead of the bell, traders are digesting a different reality. New analysis shows that after promises to create jobs like we have never seen before, monthly job growth has stalled down a staggering 67% compared to last year. The unemployment rate has now climbed to 4.6%, its highest level in over 4 years. Now, get this isn't just a slowdown. Some economists are labeling it the industrialism paradox. The central issue is that despite policies like tariffs designed to protect American industry, manufacturing employment is stagnating. Why? Policy uncertainty and higher input costs from those same tariffs are discouraging companies from investing and hiring. At the open, watch for weakness in the industrial sector ETF, XLI, which tracks major manufacturing companies, as this data questions the core thesis of a manufacturing revival. Let's focus on a single statistic that's really driving concern, and it's tied to the administration's flagship tariff policy. The average effective US tariff rate has been hiked from 2.4% to a jaw-dropping 16.8%, the highest level seen since 1935. That's a fact that has economists on high alert for its potential impact on consumer prices and corporate profits. But that's not the whole picture. The real turning point is how this affects global trade. The common assumption is that these high tariffs bring factories back to the US, but research shows the opposite. They're actually accelerating an inefficient and costly shift of supply chains to places like Mexico and Vietnam. For our listeners in Asia, this is a critical trend. China's share of US imports has fallen to its lowest level since 2001, while other nations pick up the slack. This dynamic risks fracturing the global economy into competing trade blocs, which could hurt US multinationals and create lasting global price pressures. This all creates a major conflict for the market to price in. The administration claims it is bringing those high prices down and bringing them down very fast. Yet, the latest official data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows the consumer price index holding firm, with inflation at an annual rate of 2.7%. So the thing is, the tariff policy is a primary suspect behind this sticky inflation. Studies estimate that the tariffs are creating persistent price volatility, not a one-time shock, and may have already added up to 0.7 percentage points to the consumer price index. This creates a nightmare scenario for the Federal Reserve. This combination of slowing job growth and rising inflation is the classic definition of stagflation. Heading into the open, traders will be watching the 10-year Treasury yield closely, as the Fed may be forced to keep interest rates higher for longer to fight this tariff-driven inflation, even as the economy weakens. While the White House is projecting an imminent economic boom from its massive tax and spending legislation, some of the world's most respected economists are sounding the alarm. largely because of a growing confidence gap. The latest consumer confidence index shows that consumer expectations for the future have fallen to a level that has historically signaled a recession. And that's crucial because if people are worried about the future, they are less likely to spend regardless of any government stimulus. This leads to what economists call a low fiscal multiplier. The stimulus money gets saved out of precaution rather than spent, meaning the country takes on more debt without getting the promised economic growth. As trading begins, the market will be weighing that official optimism against a blunt warning from Nobel Prize-winning economist Simon Johnson, who stated, "Hard to see how 2026 will be better for most people." Speaking of the immense pressure on the US economy, let's shift our focus to a different kind of pressure cooker, the one big tech finds itself in, with Google at the center of the storm. Overnight, the tech giant revealed its plan to comply with a court order demanding it open up its app store. The response? A new set of fees that has developers crying foul. Google now plans to charge up to $3.65 for every single game a user installs after clicking an external link. On top of that, it will take a jaw-dropping 20% cut of any in-app purchases made through those outside systems. This is where the situation takes a more complex turn, especially with that per install fee. It's effectively an innovation toll road. It disproportionately harms startups and developers using a freemium model where the game is free to install but makes money from a small percentage of paying users. The key here is a metric called customer acquisition cost, or CAC. For many free games, the average revenue per user is very low, sometimes less than 20 cents. A fixed fee per install could make their entire business model unprofitable overnight, stifling innovation and concentrating power with large companies that can afford to pay. This move immediately sets up a core conflict with gaming titan Epic Games, which has already announced it will challenge these fees in court. Now, this isn't just a clumsy reaction from Google. It appears to be a deliberate strategy some analysts call malicious compliance. Believe it or not, the goal probably isn't to create a fair and competitive alternative. Instead, the strategy is to follow the letter of the court's order while making the alternative so financially punishing that almost no developer will use it. The success of this strategy, ironically, would be measured by very low adoption. It's a high-risk gamble because it essentially dares regulators to intervene even more harshly. But the real killer fact is the precedent. This strategy is almost identical to one Apple recently tried, and after imposing a similar 27% fee, a federal court found Apple in contempt. The situation presents a fascinating duality in global regulation. In the US, the battle is fought case by case in the courts, leading to these dramatic legal showdowns. At the same time, the European Union is taking a completely different path with its more proactive Digital Markets Act, or DMA, which sets the rules for gatekeepers like Google and Apple in advance. This forces these global giants to operate under fragmented and sometimes conflicting rules, increasing their compliance costs and legal risks worldwide. However, if you zoom out, you'll see another layer of strategy at play that affects everyone, not just tech investors. These fees could create what some economists are calling an app store inflation floor. If a 20% fee becomes the non-negotiable cost of doing business in the digital economy, it creates price rigidity. This could become a sticky component of core services inflation, complicating the Fed's last mile in its fight to bring inflation down. The court's eventual ruling will effectively set a price for a core service of the internet, creating a precedent for all major tech platforms. This all sets up a high-stakes legal drama that could impact one of the most profitable business models in big tech. Watch for shares of Google's parent company, Alphabet, ticker Google, as the market digests the risk of another massive and costly war over the future of the app economy. At the open, look for any unusual trading volume in Google as a sign of how institutional investors are positioning for this long and uncertain legal battle.
That's it for today on Voice Daily Finance. Follow, share, and stay tuned for daily updates coming your way tomorrow.